Hello everybody, welcome to the Vaal Tuesday. Hopefully you had a good one. Monday racing at Turpentine and Scottsville. We're straight into the Tuesday race meeting and we look forward to taking you through all that information. 069 164 3272, that's the number to join, and the Betway QR code that's on your screen to open your account. Well, we're starting with an odds-on favourite in the first race from Clinton Binder's stable called Old Fashioned, who's priced up at 17 to 20 to win the first on Tuesday. We're doing this on Monday morning. Number 8, Just Jazzed Up, is the 2 to 1 second favourite. And number 3, Ringo, is 3 to 1. So they are betting double figures about the others. Daryl Marie is with me. We start with bankering this odds on. You happy with that?
Yeah, you're a form lines man, eh, Clyde?
Yes.
Bring up the form line for number 3. It's last start.
Ringo, right?
Yeah. Anyway, I'll carry on chatting now. There are comments.
Lots of winners, yeah.
There are comments for numbers 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8 in the first race. All will need the run. So for that reason, I think number 8 is going to be the drifter in the market. She's been off the track for over a year. Now, Old Fashioned improved in his last 2 starts. Last time out he came out slowly, then was over racing. I think that's the reason for them removing the blinkers. In his penultimate start behind Lonely as a Cloud, he beat a filly called Panthera Uncia by 3 odd lengths. And Ringo, in his penultimate start, he beat Panthera Uncia by less than 3/4 of a length. So if you're using Panthera Uncia as the line horse,
yeah,
you're going to be leaning towards number 1 of your Old Fashioned. So for that reason, I banked him in the opening leg of the bypass.
Okay, so on collateral form, Daryl makes his assessment that Old Fashioned is going to be a banker, and we're bankering that in our bipot, as you can see, by 1 and 9, by 1, 3, 6 and 8, by 5 and 7, by 3 and 4, by 2 and 9. Hello everybody, welcome to Betway's Weighted to Win. We're on race number 2 now at the Vaal Classic on this Tuesday meeting. We record the show on Monday morning, and number 1, Lady of Arc's the favourite, priced up at 28 to 10. We stay over the 1,000 metres on the Vaal Classic track. 9, Green Extreme, is the second choice at 33 to 10. Then you've got the first timer for Tony Peter, number 10, Misty Metal, who's priced up at 4 to 1. 9 to 2, number 2, Act on Snow. Number 11, World Tour, is priced up at 11 to 2. And number 6, Bilingual, is the next one in at, priced up at around 14s, I think, 14 to 1 and better, bar those that we've already quoted. So Lady of Arc tops the boards, but perhaps there are a few in here that will need to go in the play, Daryl?
Yes, just take note of scratchings closer to race time. Empress Boo's meant to run at Turpentine on Monday. Clyde, no comment for number 10, Misty Metal. Now, I wouldn't be surprised if she had to make a winning debut, because I don't think the form on offer here is that strong. Her dam won 2 races over 1,200, one of them being the East Cape Fillies Nursery, the listed event. Follow the market with regards to her chances. Number 1, we'll know if that form line's been franked by now. In the first race, Old Fashioned represents the Antonio Gaudi form line. She was off the track for 6 months, Clyde. She's been backed up fairly soon from her last start, 12 days later. That's a concern for me. On paper, she's got a strong winning chance. The filly I'm leaning towards to make a lot of improvements is number 9, Green Extreme. She came to the track with a reputation, but she's disappointed to date. Soundly beaten on debut, and then some improvements in her next start, but one can say that was still a moderate effort. What's interesting is over here is the tongue tie gets fitted for the first time, and she comes back in trip to 1,000 meters. I can't really tip her based on form, but I think she's better than what she's shown on track to date. So 1 and 9 are the obvious ones. If the 10 is above average, I expect her to go close on debut, and 11 should also improve.
PA 1 and 9, by 1, 3, 6, 8, by 5 and 7, by 3 and 4, by 2 and 9, by 8 and 11, by 4 and 5. Okay, back now to the third race, and it's pick 6 time. No bankers in the pick 6. I've had a look at Daryl's pick 6. He hasn't recommended any bankers. There are a couple of legs that have got 2 horse races, so we'll focus on those just now. this leg in particular. We keep them up the straight. We're keeping the starting stalls where they are for now. And the Monday morning market's got this horse 8, Dancing Dora, at 5-2. Number 3, Take Your Place, 3-1. Number 9, Smelting, 4-1. And number 7, Together Again, is 11-2. They bet 7 or 8-1 and better about the balance. So I guess could be a tricky race. He's also been around forever and a day. What do you make of it?
I originally had 6 horses in my pick 6, but due to the cost of the perm, I had to eliminate 2, them being numbers 7 and 9. Now, Clyde, Smelting on the run beyond Nera is as much as 9 kilograms better off with Take Your Place, but she is a 7-year-old. I would have liked to have her in, and there's also very little separating number 7, Together Again, and number 8, Dancing Dora. So I would have liked to have the safe routes of here, but I had to eliminate them. Now, Take Your Place striker reunites with her. He sat on her back twice, and he won a maiden on her. She's been consistent since exiting the maiden ranks. Never beaten far. She must have a chance of here. She should be getting going late. She runs on over 1,000 meters. The same can be said about number 6, In the Ether. She'll be doing her best work late. Whether she gets there in time remains to be seen, but she will be flashing up late. Dancing Door is honest. Number 1 interests me a lot of here. She's making her debut for a new yard. For Sean Hanna, Trevor Besson, and the Mayfair boys. I liked her penultimate start, Clyde. That run in open company interests me a lot. That was off a rating of 81. And in that race was a horse called Chieftain and Xanthar. And I think now off a 77, sometimes a change is as good as a holiday.
Sure.
I think if she just puts in a similar effort to that, she could make a winning debut for a new yard. But yes, it's a tricky race.
Tricky race. The boys will be hoping to shout this home. Let's see what the pick 6 looks like. 1, 3, 6, 8 by 5 and 7, by 3 and 4, by 2, 4, 8, 9, by 1, 4, 8, 11. And the last leg, 2, 4, 5, 8, 10, 11, 13. Starting stalls are still where they are. We're leaving them at the 1,000 metre mark. They race them up the straight. And this particular event's got the 7, Virgin River, as the favourite for the Alec Laird stable, 22-10. Kia Car, number 5 on the card, is the second choice at 3-1. 4-1 about the one, just the two of us. Number 8, Phantom Express, is 5-1. And you can get 10-1 and better about the balance. Another race, Daryl, for us up the straight, another 2-horse race, or what?
Yeah, I expect just the two of us to be scratched. I mean, she's running at Turfington on Monday. Yeah, Clyde, let's hope she's franked that form by now, because she represents the Night Vigil run. Now, on paper, you're going to be leaning towards the 5-year-old mare Virgin River.
Yeah.
She beat Kia Kaha, and she's better off at the weights with her. So I think she beats her by 2 lengths, and she's half a kilogram better off. So on paper, you have to be leaning towards number 7, Virgin River. Drawn on the right side, having her peak run. I mean, she's ready to win again.
Yeah, and Vaal Park came out of there and won 2-0 from that last form.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then Kia Car, you have to have respect for her. I mean, she's done very little wrong. Gavin gets on extremely well for her. Both her wins have been with Gavin aboard. Also drawn on the right side, also having her peak run. I don't know how badly she was in need of that run beyond Night Vigil, but she was returning from a rest, and so was Virgin River. If you want to go wider, Clyde, I don't think it's necessary, but if you do want to play wider, have a look at number 8, Phantom Express. She's in good form. I just discounted her chances because she's drawn on the opposite side of the track, and the pace does appear to be on the outside. I hope Kia Car settles in running this time round, and once again she can finish her race off strongly. So 5 and 7 should suffice.
All right, and Kia Car, that Chrome Tourmaline came out of the way there, so that'll also help those confidence, boosting her chances. All right, jackpots 5 and 7, by 3 and 4, by 2, 4, 8, 9, by 1, 4, 8 and 11. On to race 5. Now we go round the turn. 1450 metres is where they will jump from. Race number 5 at this point in time. There are 9 of them that line up. on Tuesday. Let's take a look at the Monday morning market as to what's being recommended. And Sean Terry's Banff number 3 on the card is priced up at 16 to 10. St. John's got that horse Potberry in here that Striker's riding 4 to 1. 4 Royal Force, Lucky Hoodalakis, they rate this horse 4 to 1. 7 to 1 about number 7 Peace Treaty, the other Sean Terry horse in here. And one more worth mentioning is Miss Leah, number 2 on the card, who's priced up at 10 to 1. You can get 12s or 14 about the balance. Talk to us about the favourite, Daryl. Tell us what he's
what
all
I
about.
can say is the Dam won twice over 1200 and the Sire Clyde won over a mile and a half, 2400. So I think he's going to love the step up in trip. Can see he made good improvement in his second start for the stable. I mean, he was beaten out of sight in his first run on the high faults, and then last time out, a nice third behind Winds of Change. Now, Clyde, take note, in that race, it was a plated race, right? Winds of Change was a 107. He's a 93. That's 14 pounds or 7.5 kilograms. He only got half a kilogram. So if you, based on that, he ran above his rating. Also, second in that race was Candice Dawson's horse, Grand Crescendo. He was a 114. He was 10.5 kilograms out with him, or 7 after the weight adjustment. So on a line through him, he ran above his rating. But just behind him in fourth position was Xantha. Now, Xantha's rated an 88. You know, sometimes in small fields, the results can flatter them.
Can be.
So the jury's out, but I do believe he's better than his current rating. And I think he's going to be even better that he's stepping up an extra 250 odd meters.
And that's his third run after a race now too. I mean, that should all
he's
help.
primed for this sort of lineup. Nice draw.
Looks the horse to beat.
Everything's in his favour. What I do want to say is Royal Force's last run, you can just
what happened to that horse? I mean, that was so easy first time out.
Yeah, I remember you interviewed
they rate
Lucky.
him. Lovely looker. I don't know why he ran so poorly.
He came out sluggishly and he got swallowed up on that inside running rail. The race just wasn't run to suit thereafter. I'm willing to put a line through that. I think he's another sort that's going to appreciate the extra. Well, he's been over 1450, but he wasn't. That wasn't his run whatsoever. I think he's going to reverse the form with Potberry. Gavin's won on him in the past. If he can bounce well and get closer to the pace, I think he's going to give this favourite a run for his money. 2 nice, improving, unexposed sorts who will win their races in time to come. 3 and 4 to fight it out.
Okay, let's take a look at the next, as you've seen, the next jackpot opportunity. Okay, this is our insure bet of the day, ladies and gents. If those of you are betting with Betway, Great Notion is the horse to beat for us, and we would like to recommend Great Notion to you. Mike and Matthew de Cock's horse, MK Kachedi's riding this. You know, also been a maiden for a while and then came out and won and actually ran a very good race straight after the maiden. So based on that performance, we like Great Notion as the one to beat. The market's got Francilia, number 4 on the card, as the favourite, priced up 33 to 10. 8 Accept Cookies is priced up 33 to 10. They joined the two of them. So both Lucky Hoodalakis and Roy Magnus stable, 33 to 10, those two. Alikle's got the 2 Pointer, who's 9 to 2. 9 Great Notions, 5 to 1 outright win. And 11 to 2 about number 1, Miss Caletta. And you can bet 10 to 1 and better about the others. We'll show you the rerun quickly of Great Notion. Some didn't really expect her after that maiden win to come through and do what she did here, Daryl.
Yeah, I thought this was a lovely post-maiden effort, Clyde. You can see she was staying on all the way to the line. She got within a neck of after hours in open company, and that's an encouraging effort.
Yeah,
I think
she almost got her.
I think the pennies dropped, but you need to take note, Clyde. She's only had 2 starts without the blinkers and with the tongue tie fitted, and those 2 starts were a comfortable victory in her penultimate start, and the rerun we just watched when she ran second beyond after hours. So I think she's in a good space currently. She's off a competitive mark. She did pick up a 1 kilogram penalty for that second. But you know what? It's a fillies and mares handicap, and there are a few in here with chances, Clyde. Namely, numbers 2, Pointer, number 4, Francilian, and number 8, Accept Cookies are all dangers.
Yep.
Pointer She's having her peak run. I think she's actually better over this sort of trip, so I respect her chances. Gavin's 1 from 1 aboard her. Francillian and Except Cookies represent similar form lines. Last time out, Except Cookies just got touched off. That was a blanket finish though. But I think Great Notion should be good enough to finish in the money. That's why I made her my insure bet.
Yep.
But you can see for my doubles, I went wide.
Yeah, there's the double. The insure bet, if you take 33 to 10 about this horse, Great Notion, for the first three, straight up 33 to 10. If you run second or third, you get your money back with Betway. Okay, let's get on. Secret Court tops the boards in our next race. This 1,200 metres. Remember, it's around the turn on the classic track, and draws are always important over the 12 here around the bend. But St. John Grade's got Secret Court 7 at 2. 4 Kinshin Shah, the second choice, 4 to 1, 9 to 2 about number 2 Xantha. The 5 Big Boy Bruce is next in. It's priced up at 7 to 1 or thereabouts. And then you can get 10 to 1 about Paul Revere, and it's 10 to 1 and better about the balance. All right, so Muzi's teaming up with St. John again. That's a formidable team when they do get together, Muzi and St. John. And Secret Court, is it the right horse to be favourite?
Well, not too sure about that. You know, not much separating himself and King Shansha. Secret Court tends to run his best races up the Turfentine straight. So the jury's out how he's going to go around the bend on the classic track. But yes, he's in good form, Clyde. King Shansha bounced back to form in his last 2 starts. The blinkers come off because he's going over the 1,200 meters. I'll give him a chance. Super Awesome. Right track, right trip. Diego knows him extremely well. Not worried about the draw because I prefer him from a whitish draw because he needs to be held up, this horse. If he was drawn 1, 2 or 3, maybe Diego would have been forced to be a little bit closer to the pace, but he's going to come out soft. I think he will be staying on nicely. Course and distance winner. Have a look at his rating right down to 74. But in my mind, the value is number 11 here, Clyde. Sovereign's Call.
Yeah.
Poor effort last time out. But you know what? He's reported to be not striding out. I'm willing to put a line through that because his 2 runs on the Vaal Classic track prior to that were very good when returning from a layoff and for his new yard. So a neat draw. He loves it here. The pace should be genuine. I think numbers 8 and 11 are the value horses, but it is tricky, Clyde.
Okay, interesting Sovereign Call. That's one of Daryl's recommended bets in this race. You'll see how Great Notion had done in the previous race. I'll give you an idea as to where Sovereign's Call chances are, but nevertheless ignore that last start and perhaps better than that. But it can be an open race.